Hello guys, and welcome back to part 2 of online queuing system with Django. As I promised in this video, the second video, I would just like to demonstrate how this queuing system works, or how it will work, or how it's supposed to work. I will show it from the client side and also from the servant side, as I said. What I will do is I'll have two windows opened. One is for the clients and the other one for the servant. So I'll just open the servant in incognito, just so that I'll be able to have two sessions open at the same time on the same machine, on the same web browser, Google Chrome. So I'll open this incognito, this second window. So and then I'll go to the development server. What is it? Is it 12 or what? Okay. Boom, boom, boom. It must come fast. It must go fast. It must come fast. Jeez, I don't know why this one is taking long. I really want this video to be as short as possible, but and it keeps loading. I don't know why. Seriously now? Okay, finally. Seriously, it's still loading. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll just log in as a servant. Say I work at Home Office, and I work at MyQ is the passport application, but I will just sign in as a servant. Abiator, let's do this. Okay. I just don't like the speed. Okay, so let me just make sure that I have both windows up and showing. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so this one on the right hand side is the page for the servant. I have signed in as a servant, and on this left hand side, this is the page for clients. Here is where I will demonstrate how the clients will see their queue, how do they join, how do they exit the queue, and so on. And what I will do is that I have several test users in addition to this admin user that I have, this Abiator Festus. This is the admin user, but I have also created other test users, and I'll use them to demonstrate how clients will join the queue. But I will start with this one. Say I am a client as Abiator Festus, and I come to this web-based system, this web-based queuing system, and I would like to queue up for passport application. So I come to this homepage for services, the services portal, and then I look for Home Affairs at head office, and then I say I want to queue up for passport application. So I come to queue for passport application, and I see, oh, so I'm gonna be the first one. This queue is empty. Join to start the queue. So there's no one in the queue, so I have the option to join the queue and then see what will happen here. Once I join the queue, it will show that I am the next one in the queue, and it will this button should disappear, I think, once I join the queue. Let me see. So I say join the queue, and then it says you have been successfully added to the queue for passport application, and MHAISSS at headquarter. Then I say, okay, good. So then it will refresh the page and then it will show me in the queue. So you see the join button has now disappeared because I cannot join the same queue twice, although I can queue for other services. For this one, for each particular service, you can only queue once at a time. So, and you can see now here that there is this option for me to exit the queue if I decide, no, I don't have time to go there anymore, I have other engagements, or the queue is going slow, so I can exit the queue. And here it shows that I'm the next one, I'm the next customer. This button on this interface, I have not implemented it, but on the server side, it's functional, and you will see how it functions. So this is client number one, and then another client would want also to join the same queue. So I will sign out as Abiodun Festus, and I will log in with a different user account and simulating another user on another machine or mobile phone, whatever. Okay, so I'll log in with one of these. This is another test account. I'll log in with FaciTest1. So FaciTest1 on his computer or mobile phone will also go to EQ, and then he also wants to go for passport application. So he comes at queue, and then he sees that there's only one person in the queue. But you see that since it's FaciTest who is signed in, there is no option for him to exit Abiodun Festus, because you can only exit yourself from the queue, but you can't exit other clients. So now he also wants to join the queue, and the button is now active because he's not in the queue yet. So he clicks join, and then he says you have been successfully added to the queue for passport application at blah blah blah. Okay, great. So once he closed it, it refreshes the page and it shows that he's at the second position. So you see this one joined first, so he's the first one in the queue, and FaciTest joined second, he's second in the queue, and he has the option to exit the queue as the signed user or client. So I'll add some more to the queue. I'll log out again. Okay, this is one of the errors that I need to fix, but let me just go to the login page here. So now I'll log in with Festus MH. This is just another test user account. Okay, come on. Okay, this is another user on a different machine device. So they click at EQ, they want to join passport application queue, so they come here, they go to queue. Oh, there are only 2 people in the queue, not so bad. So let me join quickly. So this one also joins, and then this one will go to the third position. Come on, boom. Okay, this one is at the third position, and let's sign out again. Let's have at least how many accounts do I have here? 5. I'll log out again, but just to avoid that error thing, let me go here first. Now come on. Okay, and then I log out, and then I log in with who is here again? Let me log in with test user 1. Okay, test user 1. Okay, test user 1 also goes to the queue. He wants to line up for passport. Go to the queue, passports queue. There are 3 people. He's gonna be the 4th. Join the queue. Okay, now we have 4 users in the queue. Do we have another test user? Okay, let me check out quickly. Let me just sign out, and then we have 5 clients in the queue. 5 clients in the queue. I think there's the one that I haven't chosen here is test profile. Okay. This video is gonna be long. Okay, we are at 10 minutes. It's fine. Okay, test profile. Go to queue. EQ. Passport. Where are you? Here you are. And okay. The queue is getting long. 4 people in the queue. You see the total here. 4 people in the queue. But test profile also wants to join, and then he joins. Okay, we'll remain with test profile as the user on the client side, and then now we come to the servant side. Say I am now working at Home Affairs head office at passport application. So I'm already signed in, so I just come to EQ. And for me, since I am a servant, I don't have to come here to queues down here, but I need to look for that menu where it says my queues, and then so I come down here, my queues, and all right, so it shows me that I have all these 5 queues assigned to me, like I'm eligible to serve these 5 queues. Maybe this one is not so much relevant. It's supposed not to be assigned to me as someone who works at Home Affairs. I can't serve at the doctor consultation, but that's fine. So okay, and today I'm assigned at passport application counter. So what I do is click here to start serving my customers. So now you see here, when I come here, I see the same customers who are also appearing on the client's device. So the client test profile sees that there are other 4 clients lining up ahead of him. And for me as an official, I can see that my queue size is 5. Total in queue is 5, and here they are listed. But you can see that the servant doesn't have the option to exit because he's not in the queue, but rather serving the queues. And you can see also here that it shows that the next customer is Abiator Festus, who is at number 1 here, and it also shows the same here. Here it also shows that no customer is being served at the moment because I didn't call up anyone. And you can see here also that there is a button for call next customer, not join, but call next customer, because this is the servant interface. There's no option for viewing requirements because that one is only relevant to the clients here. So what I will do here as a servant, I'll now start serving my queue by calling the next customer. So now when you click next customer, it will ask you whether that customer is around. Like the next customer in the queue is Abiator Festus. Is this customer present? So it's asking now. You can now check whether that client is there or not there. So if the client is not there, then you're supposed to click no, so that the system will remove this person from the queue. And if the client is there in front of you, and then you just say yes. So if I say yes, the client is present. So what it will do is it will remove the person from the queue and bring that client here as the client who is currently being served, current customer. So now you see that Abiator Festus is the one who is being served, and this flashing button is just showing that someone is currently being served. So, and our next client now here is Fessy Test 1, who is at the top here, and the queue has gone down to 4. So now on the client side, so if we come to the client side and refresh the page, because the client, maybe the client is at home, like test profile is very far in the line, so he might still be at home. So what he will do is just to refresh the queue to see whether any change has happened. So I'll refresh this queue here. Okay, so you can see that this queue has also gone down, and Fessy Test is now at number 1, and this client is now moved up 1 position to number 4. Unfortunately, no one has joined after him, but at least he knows that now only 3 people before he can reach the counter. And then we come back again to our servant here. Now the servant will click next again. Say he has finished to assist Abiator Festus and he needs to call up FestiTest 1. So what he will do is just to click next. And then it will ask again, it will say that this is the next customer. Is the customer present or not? Then we say, yes, the customer is present. And then we say, yes. So after saying yes, Abiator Festus is done. And he has now been entered to the served customer table and removed from the queue. Now, FestiTest has been removed from the queue and brought to this position for current customer. So what happens in the background is that the system has also calculated how much time it has taken me to serve Abiator Festus. From the moment I click next, and the moment I click the following next to call the next customer, the system is calculating how much time it has taken me to serve that customer, and it's recording it in the database. So here to the client side, test profile will again refresh his queue just to see how fast it's moving. We refresh. Oh, and you see that there are only 2 people before he's at position number 1. So maybe he start moving now to the office or to the barber shop or to the doctors or wherever. So what happens now, I just want to demonstrate the last 2 options. On the servant side, let's say I call the next customer, but that customer is not available. We say the next customer is Festus MHA, and I say next. Now when I say next, the computer asks me if Festus MHA is present. Then I say no, he's not present. So if he's not present, he will not be brought to the current user. Oh my god, so this thing is not moving. So if I say no, he's not present, you can see that you'll be removed from the queue, but he's not brought here to the current customer. So the system just refreshes, take that person out of the queue, and now I have the option to call the next customer and check if that customer is available again. And on the client side, that one has been removed, but say test profile has decided no, he has found other engagement, he wants to exit this queue. So what he will do is just say, I want to exit, but you get an alert, you have chosen to exit the queue for passport and blah blah blah. Do you want to proceed with this action? So if it was a mistake, you say cancel, but if that's what you intended, then you just say yes. So once you say yes, then you are removed from the queue. And here, if the servant refreshes his queue, you will also see that now he only has 1 person in the queue, and he can call that person to come up next, and he will be serving. Now you see that he's serving the last queue, the last client, and the queue now is empty. So basically that is what's happening, and all this I've built it with Django. So I would really appreciate if you can comment and tell me what you think about such an application, and maybe you also get interest in trying out Django. So the other functionalities that I haven't implemented yet include client review, because the client will have an option to rate or review the service, basically by stating the 3 parameters or whatever: the speed, the friendliness, and also the knowledge about the job, the knowledge of the servant about the job he or she is doing. So those are some of the things that I am going to implement in the next couple of days. Stay tuned, I might post another video.